Hey guys, this is the third part of our Savoy playthrough on the hardest difficulty level that it's possible to achieve. We have befriended Burgundy and Castile. That basically the way to win in Europe in general is to pick one or two really strong allies and then piss off everyone else, and they'll be too afraid to attack you because you've got nice strong allies. The big risk is that if one of your strong allies gets personal unioned by someone else or gets in a big war and loses it, then everyone will kill you, and that'll be the end of the game. But hopefully you can hide behind a couple of people long enough so that you can get big enough that you can start protecting yourself. So my army is crazy small. There's a bunch of people in a coalition against me, including, I think, Austria and France, and just like some very powerful people dislike me. And with Savoy, you start the game with the Ottomans, Portugal, England, France, and Austria, and Bavaria all hating your guts. So it's not like I did that. That's just how it is. Nobody likes Savoy for some reason. And I'm sure I could ask Wikipedia why, and it would tell me a wonderful story about why nobody likes Savoy. So I have enough to tech up in all three categories. I'm going to get this for the new idea at some point, and so on and so forth. But I'm not teching up until my power points are really high, because I might want to use them for other things, like, for example, converting a new territory or something else. Also, the longer you wait before spending your military points, the more of a discount you get, because you're behind in tech instead of ahead in tech. So I need to max out my improved relations with Burgundy as the first step always. It's like in StarCraft, when the first thing you do is make workers, and then you move on and see if there's something else that you should be doing. First step is always improve relations to max with the two big allies that you're using to not die, and then you go and start improving relations with the the third biggest and fourth biggest allies that we have. And then we can improve relations with Switzerland, and then we can look at perhaps trying to get France to stop hating me, because I tend to like being France's ally. France is a great ally to have in general, even though it seems like we're destined not to have France as an ally, because we have shared borders and they have casus belli against us, and so on and so forth. The cardinal is no longer loyal to us. Let's keep cardinals loyal to us. So I think we're entering a period now where we're going to be at peace with everyone for a very long time. Oops, I meant to invest in that guy, York. Alright. They've insulted us. I think our current mission is to manufacture claims against a territory that is our vassal. Forge a claim against our vassal. So we can't do that. I don't even think we can. I don't even think it's possible. Yeah, we can't even do that. So we're never going to finish that mission. So we can drop it, but dropping a mission means that you can't have any missions for a really long time. That's very sad whenever you have to do that. One of our quests is to get all of this territory to be ours and form Italy. I've never formed Italy. I've never even tried to form Italy. I had Venice, and all these people were tiny compared to me, and I still didn't even bother forming Italy, because it just seems like once you're powerful and you have access to the sea, why not go take over the Ottoman territory? That's much more profitable. Yeah, so let's wait till our diplomats are available, or until we can invest in a new cardinal, or until we run out of money, or until we can build buildings, or so on and so forth. Oh, don't yell at me. I'm a good guy. That was scary. You know what? I think I have game sounds turned off anyway, so I'm going to turn off computer sounds so that you don't hear that beeping when it happens. So you won't hear that again. I apparently play EU4 without any sound. I didn't even realize. Is it that they don't have sound, or that I'm turned it off? Yeah, there's all these sounds. I guess I don't really care. I don't pay attention to the sounds, but I don't know. It's interesting to me that they don't exist. Okay, so our diplomat came back from Burgundy. We're improving relations with the Papal State and Naples. Let's ally Naples. So I think Naples and Venice tend to be rivals, so allying both of them is going to make them both mad equally. The French Savonian Punitive War. France has declared war on me. So the key to fighting... Burgundy has taken control of the war against France. The key to fighting a big war when you don't have an army is to decide whether to even use your army at all. And in this case, I have 5,000 troops, and this is a war between 125,000 troops on my side and 92,000 troops on their side. So my 5,000 troops, potentially 12,000 troops, are not going to be relevant at all. So at this point, what I want to do is get permission to hide my troops somewhere that is not at war. I also want to make sure that all of my allies come to war on my side. Castile did, Burgundy did, Venice did, Naples did, even though I allied them only a second ago. So lots of people are in here on my side. I might want to use my army to try to go take some territory over here, but if I do that, I'm going to have to fund my army the whole time, and chances are it's going to die anyway, and when my army dies, it's going to give war score to my opponents. So I think the best solution, or the best thing to do with my army, is to go hide it. I could probably put it in Friulia and just hope it doesn't die, and if someone comes to attack it, I'll just disband it. But I'm not going to fund it. It's going to be an army that if anyone touches it, it instantly dies. And that's what we're doing. So we might lose this war, even though we have the bigger army, because part of the reason we have the bigger army is because Castile has a very big army. But Castile doesn't border France. They've got this Navarra in between them. And I don't know if they can walk through Navarra or not. Doesn't look like they can. So this war is going to be basically AFK'd by us. I could sit at the top of a hill and take a bunch of people with me as I die. But again, I would die and that would give them war score. So I think I'm not going to do that. Alright, so do we want to tech up just because the war started? No. Revolt is possible and Waldesstipperstova. So I'm going to harsh treatment them because I don't want to revolt in the middle of the war because I can't fight it since I don't have an army due to the war. So that costs a little bit of military power, which means I'm going to be a little bit behind on military tech. But it's worth it because it'll not revolt, and revolting would be bad. Revolting would be bad, okay. And too many diplomatic relations by one, I don't care. Can invest in a cardinal to keep up with this nonsense. So I control him, but not him. Now we're tied for control with him, but that means we don't have control. Alright, I slowed the game down because there's a war with France, and you always got to pay attention to that kind of stuff. Oh, I want to make sure I don't lose my navies too. Where's one of my navies? It's so luckily my navy got in a fight with Modena. I'm not funding it, so it's just going to lose this battle, I think. Oh, I actually won it. Okay. I think I'm going to disband my navy because I don't need it, and I don't want to pay it during the war. So we'll wait until this guy is done dying, and then we'll disband him. And then I need to send my diplomat somewhere, probably improve relations with... I don't think I can improve relations with France because we're at war with them. I want to make sure Austria doesn't come into this war. How low is our was-it war? It's only down to 188, so my historical allies are not going to help me out. So we got to pick a new person to make friends with. Looks like Milan is waning with their commitment to our friendship. Aragon is the most powerful person close to me that I could befriend that I have chosen not to because I was thinking I might want to kill Aragon. But if I'm going to be fighting France over and over, I'm probably not going to want to kill Aragon, so maybe I should just ally them. I should have allied them before this war because then Spain could have entered the war, and now they can't. And you can't ally them now because they're going to say, well, you're in the middle of a war. Why would I want to ally somebody who's fighting France? That's just dumb. It would piss off France. France is powerful. Alright, now disband this ship. Let's get as much money during the war as we can so that if we need to pay someone to not kill us, we can afford it. Alright. And that's all. We just got to keep our diplomats busy, pay off as many loans as we can because we might be forced to pay loans during the peace, and we don't want to have too many. And we'll go up to 5x speed and see what happens in this war. Alright. My guys are up here, hiding. Nobody's coming near them. We're just keeping an eye right here. If anyone comes near them, we'll disband them. Otherwise, I'm waiting to see if my diplomats want anything. We're at -10 war score already. It looks like Castile is entering the war. Good. Castile's going to start sieging up some of the French territories. Unfortunately, I think France has a bigger army than both Burgundy and Castile. So Burgundy and Castile together could beat France. But what's going to happen is Castile's going to just siege up some territory while France beats Burgundy, and then France is going to recoup their strengths and go kill Castile. So I think I can predict already that we're going to lose this war. We'll probably win in the east, lose in the west, and then France will just come and wipe everyone out. But that's okay. I don't mind losing a war or two. Because this is a war over... it's a punitive war. It just means we hate you and we want to let you know that we hate you. They don't take anything when they win punitive wars. It's just like an excuse to fight people. I don't know. Apparently war is like valorous or something. This takes place way before the First World War, and I think historically until the First World War, war was always thought to be a place where people could prove how brave and cool they were and all that kind of stuff. There was a very romantic view of war, so people just fight wars over stupid crap. Stupid crap to fight a war over. Alright, when one of these gets close to $9.99, then we'll do that. So let's see if we got a discount yet. Nope, no discount. Let's wait as long as we can, see if we can get a discount. Papal State is now our bestest friend. Our diplomat has come home. So let's see who else needs to be our best friend. It looks like Liguria is within salvageability. I could probably salvage their friendship, but I don't care. I don't really like Liguria. Switzerland, I'm going to need to annex them in 10 years. But even with plus 200 relations, I would still have 0 relations. So I need a total of plus 200. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to stop having them as a vassal. So I think Aragon is the next logical choice. We'll royal marry some Aragonians, commit to a long-term friendship, and then offer them an alliance even though we're in the middle of a war. Hi, we're fighting a war. Would you like to come be our friend? I can't believe they would accept an alliance mid-war. That's really crazy. And then we'll improve relations with Aragon. You got to be careful about joining a coalition against somebody when you're reliant on a powerful ally to win your wars for you, because I don't think they get sucked in just because you get sucked in due to the coalition. So if they don't join and you do, then you can just flat out die right there. So it looks like we're still losing the war. We have got more troops than them, a lot more troops than them. We've got a much better navy than them. But France is fighting Burgundy alone, and Burgundy is going to die. So it's not going well. Looks like the French army is under an Amegnian flag. Oh, we won some battles. Cool. Way to go. Good job, battles. Way to be won. So do we now control this guy and this guy? We might be able to start working on a third. We might actually get papal control by being the friend of the Pope. Any friend of the Pope is a friend of mine, says I. Monthly increase. We're making lots of money. Everything's looking good. Look at these fights. People fighting. Uh-oh. 5,000 troops from Tuscany walking around, and there's no friendly armies over here. Oh, looks like we're losing the East. I could have sworn we were going to win the East and lose the West. It looks like we're losing both. I wonder if Austria will let me retreat into their country. I really doubt it because they hate my guts. What about this guy? Nope. No. Are any of my friends not on my side in the war? I don't think so. So if someone comes near that army, it's just going to die. Oh well. Ooh, he's coming. He's coming. Come on, Austria. Ooh, I'll go to the island, and then maybe the navy will keep me safe. Yeah, I'm going to the island. Go faster. I'm not going to make it. Ready to disband, men? Alright, disband. Sorry, guy. It's the best I could do. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose. We're doing better now than we were in war score. And the battle is to take Piedmont. So my allies will tend to protect my territory, which is great for me. My diplomats are doing intelligent things. I do not have 9999 administrative power yet. The Swiss own 4 territories that each only make them $3 a month. So they have no ability to field an army or do anything useful. Pretty cool. Look at that giant doom stack just crushing it. Poor Burgundy. We got 40,000 troops against 38, and we're gonna lose because we're going in piecemeal. Fight together, you noobs. Coordination. Coordination. Yes! We finally coordinated a fight. Way to go, guys. Alright, we need this guy. It's a shame I'm having to put so much into that really old guy. Even if he gets elected, it's not going to last long. Crap. Naples has accepted peace with France. We got bailed on. See, I can't bail. Burgundy is basically controls what's going to happen to me now. I have no say in anything. I don't even have an army or a navy or anything. Let's just see if Burgundy can kill France. Looks like they can. 41,000 against 14. It's looking good. Sweet. We are the champions, my friends. My friends are stronger than your friends. I'm only going at 4x because I'm still not quite sure. Even though I'm completely impotent in this war, I'm still not sure that there's not going to be something I need to do. What? Oh, a new guy got elected and it wasn't my guy. That's pretty sad. No, stay together. Stay together. Yes, victory. We are the victorious. The victorious. Nice. Spare no expense. Inflation and diplomatic power, or... So they're basically asking if I want a bunch of diplomatic power in exchange for having to hire a Master of the Mint. And I believe I still have a Master of the Mint hired, so I'm just going to take that. That's what I was saying before about it's always good to have some inflation because you get events that either increase or decrease inflation, and you want to be able to take them. All right, we're really close to wanting to invest in administrative tech. Very close. We got just a couple more months. And we still haven't gotten a discount yet, so that's sad. Come on, discount. Give me a discount. Yes! No, bad. Milan took a white peace with France. I thought that was saying France took a white peace with me. That would be much better. No discount? No discount. Imperial integrity. Oh look, neighbor bonus of 10%, so I did get a discount in that regard. I waited for a lot of my neighbors to get it before I got it, and that gave me a discount. So we got a little bit of a discounted tech there. Again, we could take this one, but our neighbor bonus is only 5%. If we wait long enough, it'll be 10%, just like the last one was. That tech gives us temples, though, so the quicker we get access to temples, probably the better. But I don't really want to start building temples in the middle of a war, because they might get rampaged upon. So let's go for our first idea. Because really the only thing that's keeping us alive is our diplomatic reputation, like how much our friends like us and are willing to fight for us. We just want to take anything that's going to give us a bonus to diplomatic reputation. So this gives us +3 diplomatic reputation here. So I always take Diplotech. I'm not sure if I want to take it first or not. Another good reason to take Diplotech first is because diplomatic power is the least useful for building's sake, and for winning war's sake, it's mostly just useful for your navy, and I already said that. Then over here, I think religious ideas gives me a better 100% bonus to better relations over time. That is insanely useful. It means that your aggressive expansion, the thing which limits how quickly you can expand your empire without pissing people off, is reduced twice as fast. So you can make your empire bigger at twice the speed. And so I always take, not always, but I usually go Diplo, then religious, and then defensive, because this gives you land attrition thing. But all of the techs are viable, and it's possible that I should do something different, but I don't know what, so I'm just going to take Diplo, because because there's never going to be a time when I don't want Diplotech, right? This gives me a new diplomat, which means that I can be friends with 3 more people, so I can now have 9 friends instead of just 6. 9 friends. Awesome. We made it. The Papal State. Oh no. Man, people keep piecing out and none of them are me. But France definitely loses this war, so at some point I'm going to get rich. We'll allow our... Never mind. I think there's a checkbox somewhere that says allow the war leader to negotiate for us. But I don't know if I would check it anyway. If they get Piedmont, that'll be very good for them, but I doubt they're gonna. And the war's winding down, and we basically win. I didn't lose a single anything in that whole war, so that was a war fought over the fact that France doesn't like me, and yet I suffered not in the least. How awesome is that? It's like I practically won that war. It weakened one of my enemies and didn't weaken me at all, so I did basically win that war. And I was just going to spend this whole period of time doing nothing anyway, because I don't have the 15,000 manpower or the aggressive expansion reduction that I would need to fight a war anyway. So during that time when I waited for my aggressive expansion to deteriorate and for my manpower to build up, I got to win a war. It was awesome. Alright, so this final diplomat should probably go to Aragon. They're now our new allies, and we want to improve relations with them. No, we're already improving relations. Improve relations with France, Aragon, and Burgundy, and then move on. We've got 748 military power, which is like military tech points. But because we have no troops, there's no point in increasing our whatever. Venice has accepted white peace with France. This war is now just the big guys and me against France. So apparently Aragon came into war with us, even though I hadn't been allied with them at the time of that the war began. I guess Castile probably called them in. That's good. Uh-oh. Siena accepted peace with Burgundy. Okay, so some of France's allies left. That's fine. So now, after all that fighting, the war is finally getting down to the actual war goal, which is my territory. Hopefully people will defend me. We'll see. We are the champions of not having a military. So after this war, we subjugated Switzerland, I think. How can people declare war on Switzerland when we are in control? Because of our superior strength, we have taken leadership in the war against Switzerland. We've gained the dishonored the call Casus Belli against Aragon because Aragon didn't want to defend us. They refused to join us in our just and noble war, and they should count themselves lucky we are busy at the moment, or else we would punch them in the nutsack. That reduces our relations with them to 26, minus 100 from Dishonored Alliance, and refuse to join. Minus 150. That's a big deal. I hate when that happens. I mean, it's obvious why they refuse to come to our aid, right? What do they care about someone attacking Switzerland? So this is the new war. Baden against the world. Baden is tiny, right? Baden is this 1-2 territory. This is actually 2 very rich territories. I would love to vassalize Baden. I'm gonna fully fund my non-existent army and try to get enough troops to actually go take Baden. What would be great is to vassalize Baden, because I was just saying I need to fight another war. Who should I fight? And then Baden declares war on me, so I could vassalize them. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. But I need troops to do that, and there's still too many enemy troops walking around my territory. So we gotta wait till this French war ends. Alliance offer from Era. Yeah, we'd love to still be your friends. I don't know why you didn't want to come to war when Burgundy and Spain were gonna fight it for you. You could have just stayed home and not told us that you were gonna stay home, and everyone would have been happy. But no, you're being a little pansy about it. Alright. Come on, guys. Looks like Venice is only... So Venice is not at war with France or any of the French allies. They're only at war with Baden. And they've got these like 13,000 troops. So I suspect they're going to just go crush Baden on their own. Hey, we got a cardinal. Sweet. We've got at least one cardinal. We lost the siege of Vaud. Somebody owns our Vaud. We own that cardinal and we're working towards this one. I'm fully funding my lack of an army so that I can at some point kill Baden, but until somebody kills Baden's army, I'm not going to make troops, unfortunately. So I gotta use my diplomat. Again, we're gonna check who needs to have their friendship bolstered. It looks like 200 there, 200 there, 200 there, 156 there, 184 in Aragon, and 195 up there. Burgundy is at 200. Any of my enemies close to liking me? Provence could be convinced to like me, I guess. I don't think I really need more friends, so maybe it's time to fabricate some claims. Somebody who borders me, who hates me, that I can fabricate claims against. It looks like Switzerland cuts me off from Baden, so I can't core anything I took from Baden, so I'd have to vassalize them if I wanted to fight Baden. Genoa, I think I will start fabricating claims against Genoa. You can't fabricate claims against someone you're at war with. Duh. Is Milan friendly towards me? Yeah. So there's nothing I can do with this additional diplomat. It's very sad. I guess I can get the Swiss guys to like me at 0% instead of -200. Anytime my king dies, if a vassal of mine really hates my guts, they can choose to break the vassalization and fight to maintain their freedom. I mean, they'd lose that battle, but I think even if they lose that battle, they get to stay free of me. So it's you want your vassals to like you at least a little bit. So we're going to improve our relations with our vassal. Ferrara and Burgundy are now at peace. Up to 800 military power. France and Burgundy are now at peace, so I'm out of that stupid war. Provence will cede Barreau to Burgundy. France will renounce their claim on lots of territory. France will give money to Burgundy, and as the defender, Burgundy gets some territory and some happiness, and Burgundy beats France. So typically Burgundy will not beat France, but because of me pulling Aragon and Castile into the war with France on their side, Burgundy just beat France. So Burgundy might actually last in this game and kick some butt. Austria might get crushed. Either way, I mean, I was going to have a huge enemy named France next to me, and now I'm going to have a huge ally named Burgundy next to me. Either way, I was going to have someone huge next to me, so I don't see how it matters. All right, time to summon some troops. Use the summoning stone of some troops. All right, some troops. We need 7 troops. I could make up to 14 without having to pay extra, but I'd like a small enough army that I can take territory and not have to pay a bunch for it. So I don't have to pay my army either. Gain stability. Sweet. I love stability. Okay, so the question is, do I want to buy stability before I accept the stability, giving me an expensive stability? So this costs 90. And then this costs 90, but this one costs 140, but I can take it for free with this. So now I have 2 stability, which gives me 20% additional income, -2 revolt risk, and plus 2% trade power and some spy stuff. So it's basically plus 20% income is quite nice. And now I'm going to go sit on Baden's face. I'm still funding my army, just because I might need to fight one tiny battle. Vassalize. So before I do too much fighting with Baden, when this diplomat finishes, I'm going to check whether or not it's possible for me to vassalize them. Because that's the goal here. I can't take territory. I could take territory and give it to Switzerland, I guess. But if you don't share a border with it, you can't core it. So taking territory for myself would be pointless. I can vassalize them with only 36%, so that's great. So let's take all their territory and then vassalize them. Good. So I'm going to stop funding my army. I got 7,000 troops, and I'm about to get another vassal. Militarement. Get 3 people. I have 3 get someone to vote for me quests. I hate those quests, man. Jeez. I got 3 of them. Alright, we still control that cardinal, so let's work on this one. Looks like we're very close to controlling that cardinal as well. And, oops. It's like, you need to complete a quest, but all the quests are uncompletable. Alright, and now I want to work towards... Maybe I should fabricate claims against France and then pull my allies into a war against them again. Like, they're so far from liking me. I don't know. I'd like to be friends with Austria. Austria hates me too because I keep taking unlawful territory and because we started out with negative 200 relations towards each other and stuff. But I'm going to try. I'm going to improve relations with Austria. Go, war, go. Alright, so I can afford an administrative tech. Ooh, Aragon now loves me. So let's keep Venice happy. Hi, Venice. You are the 4th biggest ally I have, so you're next on my list. Yeah, I can afford to dump administrative points into unlocking a tech that'll allow me to build temples, which I will want to do in all of these territories. And I have the money to build the temples, so it seems like why not, right? But if I wait, then everything will be cheaper. But also, having a temple gives me +1 gold per year, which is like a 1/12 of a gold per month. Times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm basically going to throw away 7 gold this year if I don't do it now. So I could wait 3 years and maybe get it for less monarch points, but that would cost me like 21 gold. Do I care about 21 gold? I don't really care. I think I'm going to wait. I had to do that math anyway, so I figured I'd do it out loud instead of in my head. Alright, we got a 100% war score. We could theoretically annex everything, but we're not going to. We're going to bring home from Austria because they're pretty close by, so we'll get that guy back pretty quickly. Send this guy over. Oh, Milan took all the money. I hate when that happens. I had to wait for my diplomat, and in that wait, Milan took all their money, so now I can't take any money. I can only take $5. But I can get them as a vassal, I can take their trade power, and see if there's anything else I can get. Nope. It's like, you should just tell them to concede defeat. Yeah, that's going to happen. Let's take as much as we can. And go. Awesome. Nous territorement. I like saying amo at the end of everything. Alright, let's start the next part. So we now own 2 vassals. It looks like our territory extends to all this stuff. We are now so big that we could rival nearly any of the non-crucial powers in strength. But we're still completely reliant on Burgundy, Castile, and Aragon with Naples and Venice to keep us alive. I think Tuscany needs to be put in their place, Ferrara and Tuscany, because last time we fought this big war, Naples and Venice fought together on my side against Tuscany and Ferrara and lost. So I think Milan's on my side too, but not by much. I guess they didn't take an alliance. Why won't they take an alliance? What's going on? We need at least one more. Oh, we don't like them. They love us, but we don't like them because they had a separate peace. Those little dinks. So what we need to do is convince them to improve relations with us, and we don't have much influence over that. So we'll improve relations with them and hope that they reciprocate. Production efficiency, national tax modifier. I'll take this guy. I wanted obviously inflation reduction, because that's the most fun. Pass the Liquor Act. This is just gives me money, basically. Vassalize Milan. Done. I will so vassalize Milan. Wow, I was just improving relations with Milan anyway. Will they take vassalization? No, and they're not even close. Savoyard base tax compared to Milanese. So we can vassalize them once we integrate our other two vassals and have a higher base tax. We might have to vassalize them through war. So maybe we shouldn't be improving relations with them. Maybe we should be fabricating claims on them. Yes, that is what we should do. So this is what we'll do. We'll make Milan our new rival. Milan is our new rival. Come on, I'm clicking it. Why won't it let me rival Milan? Okay. Rival Milan. Neighbors Milan. Won't let me rival. Oh, maybe I don't have 10 diplomatic power. I just did something that cost me all my diplomatic power, whatever it was. I have a lot of military. I have a lot of relationships.